Good evening, everyone. My name's Irene. For all those that don't know me, I'm just waiting for people to jump online. As you know, for those who've been watching all week and who follow me, we've been doing live mini readings from Monday to Friday from 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock. And that's been every night this week. And it's all about raising money for a charity. Now then, I'll just set the iPad again. There we are. Right, so we've been doing this Monday to Friday. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. It's lovely to see you all back again. Ready for round 3, yeah? Just look at that. Right. That's strange, that. It says, Anne and Tracy, you're both together and you're watching with me. Watching with you. Strange. Right, so, like I said, thank you very much for joining me again. And we've been doing this all week, Monday to Friday. And it's all about raising awareness and raising money for a charity. Now, I did say I would announce which or how much money we'd raised, but I'll do that when we've finished. But saying that, I haven't had a chance to have a look at the PayPal account to see if anybody's donated, so I won't know until we've actually finished the live stream, okay? So I won't know. But I do know we've had like 3 nominations in there. One was for mental health, the other one was for MS. Hi, Gail. And we have had one for, I wrote them down, and I've moved the paper. St Teresa's, and that's to do with St Teresa's Hospice, and that was a cancer one, yeah. So they're the 3 we've had nominated this week, I believe, unless anybody else. I know we had one for Maxie's Pets, Maxie's Mates, but we've done that one. We've already done that charity. But yeah, thanks very much for joining me. Hopefully, some of you might donate tonight, whether it be £1, £2, or whatever. Details are going around to the bottom of the screen there if you all want to have a quick look. But yeah, thanks very much for joining me again. Now, all I ask you to do all night, and you know what it is, it's like and share, like and share. It doesn't cost you anything to like and share the post. It's free, okay? It's absolutely free to like and share. The more likes, the more shares we get. Now, last night we had loads of shares. Over the moon with the loads of shares last night. It's the most we've ever had, I think. So keep it going, folks. Like I said, it costs you absolutely nothing. So without further ado, I'm going to pick your first card out of the pack and we're going to start it off, okay? Right, so here we go. Totally random, this card. Hi, Susan. Totally random. It's totally random. You'd think, I said this last night, every card I seem to choose out this deck, it's the same card every time. You would think I only had Irelinda 10 cards in the pack, but I haven't. I swear down, I haven't. I'm going to have to sort them out, I think, because they just keep giving us the same ones every time I go to choose. So here we go. Let's have another go. And if it's the same one again, I'll scream. Right, there we go. That's your first one for tonight. Thank you very much, Caroline, for liking and sharing. Thank you, Annette, for doing the same. The more likes, the more shares, like I said, the better it is. So that's a card I've chosen, totally random. And if this resonates with any of yous, when I start to read it, please give us a nod or a wink down the bottom. You know how it goes, don't yous? So I am going to say, as I look at this card, I'm going to say I've had I've had hard times where my money is. That's what I feel. Okay, I've had really hard times. Thank you, Karen, for sharing and liking. I've had hard times, and it's like I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. And I feel as though I'm dodging people as opposed to um, being honest with them and just saying, look, I haven't got it. If I haven't got it, I haven't got it. I can't give you it. But I do believe where my financial side is, it's been a little bit on the low side, and I won that over the last 8 to 10 weeks, okay? But I believe and I feel as though it's to do where a job loss is concerned, where the income has dramatically been reduced, because I feel as though, just like the card presents, I'm a fish out of water here. I don't know what to do because I believe I've never been in this situation before. I've always been able to pay my way and pay my bills, and that's how I feel, okay? So I feel a little bit deflated as I look at the card. And again, it's all to do where it's to do with money and finances. But I'm also going to say to you as well, folks, as I look at this card, I have got a bingo player, okay, so I do know I've got somebody spirit side of life who would like to play bingo, and I am going to say there's a bit of good luck where money is concerned, okay, so I am going to get a bit of good luck or a bit of good news where my financial side is, and that be coming in sooner as opposed to later, and I believe it's going to take away a little bit of the concern or a little bit of worry, because I do believe I've been waiting for some money, and I'm going to say to you folks, it's in the post. So if that card relates to you, please take it on board, what I've just said there. But I am going to say to you as well, please, I need the name of Robert. The name of Robert connects, and I want the name Robert, Spirit Side of Life, please. So if anybody can understand Robert, Spirit Side of Life, Gemma Smith, you're saying yes, yes. Are you saying yes, yes to Robert, or yes, yes to the card? Just so I know. Are you saying yes, yes to both down? Whatever it is. Um, Hi, Rachel. Thank you very much, Geordie, for sharing and liking. Thank you, Vicky. Right, Jem, I'm just waiting for you to answer me there, my love. If you could understand the Robert, Spirit Side of Life, brilliant. Right, so I have got a Robert, Spirit Side of Life. I'm very much aware of him. And he does come in on a fatherly, grandfatherly vibration. And I need to bring his love first and foremost, okay? And he comes in with an awful lot of energy there. Please keep listening, Tracy, as well. He comes in with an awful lot of energy and he surrounds you with that energy. And he tells me he would have been very strong in stature and very strong in nature when he was here on the earth plane. He tells me he passed really, really suddenly when he went spirit side of life. And he got a bit of a shock, he says, because he wasn't expecting any of this. So whether this is his first time of coming to talk to somebody like me or his first experience of the spirit realms, he got a bit of a shock. It was like, oh, what's going on here? Right, let me get rid of that. Something's happening there. No, I've just got a notification at the bottom and it's pinged in my ears. Now I'm frightened in case I click on it. If I do, it might take me off the page. But there you go. No, it hasn't. So I am going to say he comes in, and he does say to me he would have got oh, I don't know. He wants to lift the weight off your shoulders there, please, Gemma. And I believe so. Just keep listening because I want to lift the weight up. I want to lift the weight up. But he tells me he could have been quite gobby as well when he was here on the earth plane. He was the type of bloke who'd call a spade a spade. And he says you're very similar in that respect. So where he comes in with this, hi Alison, where he comes in with this, he says, come on, call a spade a spade. Don't be shy, all right? Don't be shy there, Gemma. Just tell people what you actually think. Don't be something you're not. And that's what he tells me to say to you, okay? I'm also going to say to you as well, Gemma, as I communicate with this gentleman here and all the other folks who can understand the gentleman, please keep listening. As he comes in and around me, he puts white dots in front of my eyes. So I am going to say to you, please, you've been experiencing like, oh, what's that? You know, sometimes when we get a little bit of blood pressure and we stand up too quick and we go a little bit airy, floaty, the stars, the little white flashes, that's what he brings in and around me. And I believe he's telling me this to let you know he has been coming in and around you. Um, and he just basically wants me to send all of his love. Now then, Gemma, before I move on, please, I don't know what you mean, Andrea. What says address invalid? I don't know what address. Right, brilliant. I don't know what address you mean, my love. So, before I leave you there, Gemma, and the other folks who've acknowledged this gentleman, would any of you understand the name of Norma, and or a surname of Scott, or the name of Scott as well, please? Because that was two names I was given before I switched this on. Hi, Renita. So I need the name of Scott or the name of Norma as well, please. And I had these two names before I switched on. So I am going to give you all of this gentleman's love, and he says, don't worry too much where the finances are because things will improve, okay? Things will improve there. So take his love. If you can understand the Norma and Scott, give me a double whammy. Jackie Holmes, yes to Scott. Right, Steph, your dad's best friend was Scott. I need the Norma as well. Yes to Scott. Brilliant, you're all saying it. Evening. Evening, Anita. I'm well, thank you very much. Right, so I'm wanting a Scott here on the earth plane. I don't want him spirit side of life. So hopefully this will narrow it down, or you're all going to say yes, he's still here. But I want the Scott here on the earth plane, okay? And I believe, because I've spelt it with the double T, and I have. That's okay, Gemma, I've probably moved. Okay, I've probably moved. But yes, he's still here. But I have spelt his name, and I spelt it SCOTT, because that's what the way they told me to spell it. But I've also got I can't talk. I've also got the name of Norma. Who would understand Norma as well, please? Because I believe where Scott is here on the earth plane, I keep getting the impression as if, like, I don't care where he's concerned. So I'm going to say he's all persona, where he's not really bothered. He doesn't care what people think about him. He's not bothered. And that's how I feel. So if that makes sense, if it makes sense to you, just put me a yes down the bottom where I've got the attitude, I don't care. Because that's how I feel. I really just don't care. Um, I'm just waiting. I am Mandy, thank you. Right, I'm just waiting for that little bit of confirmation where Scott's concerned, where his mannerisms are, where he's not really bothered, he doesn't care. He doesn't give a monkey his uncle. Yeah, Steph, you're saying yes, brilliant. Who else is going to say yes to the attitude? Yeah, Jackie Holmes is saying yes to the attitude. Um, I am going to say he's going to come unstuck, okay? He will come unstuck because he can't not care forever, okay? That's what I have to say to you. He can't not care forever because he will get his right. And that you keep listening as well. So where Scott's concerned, he can't get away with his little antics or what he's been getting up to forever. That's what I have to say, folks. That's what I have to say. And he will get his lessons taught, and he'll probably learn the hard way because he won't listen to the advice what people are giving him. He's just totally. I hear Bernie. He's totally content in doing what he wants to do, and he's sticking his fingers up at the rest of us, and he's having a good old giggle and a good old laugh about it. But he will get what's coming to him, and he'll learn the hard way. Okay, so sometimes when we're here on the earth, we've got our own lessons to learn, and he will get his fingers burnt, and that's what I need to say. Okay, um, and I'm being given that information. I am not getting it from a card. But yeah, and I'm having a little bit of a chuckle about it. I do believe it's a lady that's given me the information from Spirit Side of Life, and she does come in on a grandmotherly vibration. Okay, I feel more of a grandmother as opposed to mother. But she does come in around quite often, and she says he needs his wings clipping. He needs to be reined in, okay, because he's getting into mischief what he shouldn't be getting into. So if that makes sense to you, folks, please give us a double whammy yes down the bottom. If it doesn't, just say no to me. I don't mind. But yeah, that's what I'm being given there. So where the Norma is, Spirit Side of Life, Annette, can you understand Norma, Spirit Side of Life, please? It's just the way you've put, my sister, sister-in-law was called Norma. So I'm aware of Norma, okay. And I'm also aware, and I know August month's really, really popular. I don't know why, but they keep giving us the August month, you know. Hi, Dion. Right, Annette, thank you. And Jackie Holmes, yes. You're very welcome, Gemma. So keep liking and sharing the post. The more likes and the more shares, the more the post goes up, and the feed comes up quicker for me. So please keep liking and sharing. It costs you absolutely nothing. It's free. Yeah, that's the only part that's free. Well, it's not really. So Norma, when she passed through side of life, I do believe I do believe she kept her cards very close to her chest. She doesn't tell people a great deal of things here, and that's how I feel with her, Annette. So if you could understand where she would have kept a lot of things to herself, but she liked to know about everybody else's business, but never give a great deal away about herself. And that's how I feel with her. So if that makes sense to you, Annette, please give us a like or a share down the bottom there. And why I'm doing that, folks, and I'm asking you to like and share, start punching your numbers in because we're going for another card. All right, so start punching 1 to 72 random cards and we'll see where we go with on this lovely happy Friday. Yeah, so keep it going. Right, Annette. Right, brilliant. Right. So, Annette, this lady, where she's saying she liked to know everybody else's business, but she kept a lot of her things to her chest. I am going to say to you, please, and if it's not you, it's somebody very, very close to you, where they're doing exactly the same as what she says here, where they're keeping a lot of things to the chest, um, and they're not telling everybody everything, okay? And that's what she makes me aware of. We're not telling everybody everything, and I want this where health conditions are because she does put a condition around me. She puts it right around my rib area or around that area there. So whether I'm prone to bronchial chest infections or that type of infection, she brings that in and she puts that right round me. So I believe I want that here on the earth plane where somebody's suffering with a lot of chest infections or breathing difficulties. That's what she brings in, Annette. So if you can understand that, please give us a double yes down the bottom because she does bring a lot of love and healing in where this is concerned. And also, I'm talking funny here. I don't know why I'm talking funny, but I am. Um, I need the name of Alan as well, please, Annette. So if you can understand Alan as well, um, we've got double yeses there with you. Can you understand Alan as well, please, then? Annette, please. So keep putting it in there, Annette, if you can. Right. Keep it going, folks. Keep punching your numbers in. Brunette, can you please answer me with the name of Alan, please? Because she mentions that Alan, but she also talks about where this healing's needed here on the earth plane and where I'm keeping lots of things to myself. She's saying now's the time to open up and speak to people. Don't keep it to yourself. That's fine, Annette. Absolutely fine. Just remember I brought that name Alan forward for you, and I do believe it will click in, okay? So I won't take the name Alan back. Just remember I've mentioned it, okay? And it doesn't necessarily have to be with yourself. It could be with another family member that touch upon, okay? That touch upon that name. Um, and I do believe I want more of a surname than a first name with that, okay? But yeah, take this healing from this lady. Right. Before I leave you, Annette, would you understand the name Daisy? All I can hear is the song Daisy, Daisy. Give me your answer, do. I need the name of Daisy, and I'm also right, thank you. Hmm. I've also got a favourite colour here of indigo. Indigo. I don't know where I'm going with this. So if you can't understand either of them, Annette, or give us a double yes down the bottom or the nose. Either the indigo colour or the name indigo. I just think it's a strange thing. You can. Brilliant. Oh, bless you. Take all of her love. Hi, Tracy. Right, so the card I've chosen is number 36. Yeah, 36. So who's chosen number 36? So this reading's going to come from the card, the number 36. Right. I'm looking for 36, folks. I know, Rachel, you've chosen 29, but it's not 29, my love. And you tried number 11, and it's not that one. So it's number 36 I'm looking for. Who's chosen 36? I'm looking. Right, so while I'm waiting for the 36 number to come up, you've chose 36, Tracy. Right, so that's a card I've chosen. All right, that's a card I've chosen. You're very welcome, Annette. Thank you for that communication there. It makes a lot when you confirm stuff. And hiya, Alan. And yeah, whether it's a yes or a no, it doesn't really matter. As long as I get a bit of confirmation. Right, Tracy, so you've chosen number 36, you said, my love. So as I look at the card, it's a tower, all right? And I do believe at times I do shut myself off from everybody and anybody because I do believe I built this wall around myself just for my own protection, basically. And I tend to put myself out the way of everybody else because I'm there. And I'm not saying I'm bigger or higher than anybody else when I'm saying I'm up there. It's a case of me getting out the way of everybody else's um, stuff because I don't want to be involved in it. That's how I feel. And I know I've got many, many windows as I'm looking through this. So I am going to say I've been through loads of stuff many, many times and it's repeated year after year after year after year. It's the same stuff. And all I can hear myself saying is, why is this happening to me all the time? Why is this happening to me all the time? I'm also going to say as well, Tracy, please, there's been quite a few hospital visits here. And I want this right around my stomach area. And I do, and if it's not yourself, it's right round you, please, where there's family. But I do believe there's hospital visits or there's been lots of appointments there as well. Um, but I'm going to say as well, where relationships are concerned, I want at least 3 relationships and I want to go back. I want to go back at least 10, 11 years. I'll look at this card where there would have been um, where we I think in our early years where we think, oh, we've met Mr. Right, everything's going to happen, everything's this, everything's that, and then it all goes belly up. So I believe I've had lots of lessons and hard lessons to learn, even though, and I'm going to put 3 kids round you, please, as well, Tracy. I want 3 children or 3 siblings or 3 important people, okay? 3 important people or 3 children. I'm going to say children. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. But I am going to say this is where I put my barriers up, I put my guard up, and I'm talking past text here, okay? And this is where the relationships are. But I believe I had children from these relationships, and I don't know. I just try to keep myself to myself, but I try. Oh, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but every time it comes back and bites me in the backside. So hence, this is why I build this wall in front of me, and it takes an awful lot for people to get past that and for you to trust them. So trust is a big issue for you. Okay, trust is an issue. Um, and even where I've said big issue there, would you please understand where somebody would help? Um, where this big issue is, where charities are, where people are trying um, to get out of poverty um, or the help with charities. And I believe I want this spirit side of life where somebody would have always been in and out of charity shops or purchasing loads of stuff out of charity shops, where I believe I give, it sounds really funny this, I seem to have given better things to the charity, clothes wise or shoes wise, and then I found myself going in the charity shop and buying a load more stuff, if that makes sense. Because I feel as though I've gone round a circle. I'm giving like River Island things away, and then I'm going back to the charity shop and I'm buying, say, Marks and Spencer's something, which doesn't make sense. But yeah, that's where I'm getting. But I am going to say to you, Tracy, there's lots of new growth around you. Okay, so there's lots more learning for you to learn. Um, but I am going to say there's lots of learning there. Oh, bless you. Right, for it. Right. Um, I'm aware of a gentleman, spirit side of life, Tracy. Now, I don't know whether this is with you or whether I've moved or wherever. Okay, and if I've got it wrong, I've got it wrong. Like I said, I don't mind being wrong. And I believe this is where you come in as well, where you don't mind being wrong at times either, and you'll own up if you're wrong. So I'm going to say, right, I've got a gentleman spirit side of life. He comes through on a father. He feels more like a father vibration. he keeps putting a condition on my head. Yeah. So whether I believe I've had a bleed or a stroke type condition that took me to spirit side of life. That's how I feel. It's like, oh, my head. Something's going off in my head. And that's how I feel. So if that makes sense to you, Tracy, give us a double yes down the bottom. If it doesn't, I've probably moved. Okay. So I'll just wait for your comment there. Just wait for that bit. While I'm waiting, my lovelies, please keep liking and sharing. The more likes, the more shares, the better it is. Hi, Pauline. But yeah, I've got this condition to my head. And I want it with a gentleman. I do want it with a gentleman. Yeah, it is. Thank you very much, Tracy. So where this gentleman is, he comes in and he says, me head, me head. So there's somebody here on the earth plane as well, because he keeps bringing it forward. And he says, somebody here on the earth plane is suffering something terrible. So whether it's migraine or loads of tension, headaches, and that's what he brings forward, okay? But he says, if you haven't had that looked at, or it's to do with my glasses or eye strain of some sort, please go and get it sorted out, all right? Get it sorted out, don't leave it. But he comes in with a great deal of love, this gentleman, he really does. He tells me he lost quite a lot of weight as well before he passed spirit side of life, and he got quite fragile. He was quite fragile, God love him. And I don't feel as though this gentleman would have had a bad bone in his body. He wouldn't have had a bad bone in his body at all, okay? But yeah, right. I have to mention, oh, where's it gone? He's given us a name there, sorry, and he's taken it back off me. God love him. Give us it. It's gone. It came in and it went. It went as quick as it came in. I love it when they do this. Not at the minute, Nanny Jackie. You've got to wait, okay? So please stop commenting while we're rattling on. Hiya, Julie. I mean, so yeah. Right, that was it. So Tracy, would you understand the name of Jackson, a surname, please, or as first name Jackson? It's either Jackson or Jake I want. I want one or I want both. A Jake or a Jackson. I want both. I want both there, Tracy. So if you can understand both, give me a double yes. If you can't, that's fine. But this gentleman does come in with a great deal of love for you. And he does say to me, just let her know I've been there. Just let her know I've been. And he does come round. I have to acknowledge the birthday that's just gone as well. Okay. I have to acknowledge the birthday that's just gone. But I'm also going to say to you as well, that's fine, Tracy. I'm also going to say to you, Tracy, where I have to acknowledge that birthday. You've given it again, you took it off. Are you playing it? Sorry, he keeps giving us stuff and then he keeps taking it back off me, Tracy. It's all right, Nana. Right, thank you. I have to acknowledge the birthday that's just gone, Tracy, but I'm also going to acknowledge there's an anniversary coming up as well. He acknowledges both. And that's what I have to say to you. I'm also going to say to you as well, Tracy, where this is concerned, we can use these brick walls as protection to protect ourselves from other people, but at the same time, it isolates us, okay? So he says, take the bricks down, let people see you for who you are, which is the kindest soul God ever let walk the planet. And that's what he says, I have to say to you, okay? Because he says you've got a heart of gold, allow people to see that, all right? So I'm going to leave you with all of your dad's love. But before I go as well, Tracy, would you understand why I have to mention the help for the heroes? Help for heroes to you, please. Because that's what he gives me. He gives me the bracelet with help for heroes. Right. You take as well from it, Ashley, as well as Tracy, because this is a way spirit work. We tend to split the links so people get a little bit, okay? So yeah, I'm looking for the name Jake now, and I'm also looking for the name Jackson. I want both. You're very welcome, Tracy. Right, so the name Jason. Oh, I've got Jason as well. Now I am going to write these down because I'll forget, I forget what I say. So I've got the name of Jason. I want the name of Jackson. They're all coming in here now. And I forgot the other name. See, it's gone now. It was RAF. Right, folks. Who can understand them two names I've just given there? Who can understand them? The Jackson. The other one was Jake, wasn't it? You're very welcome, Tracy. Right, I've got 3 J's here. So whether I got JJ, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with these 3 J's. I haven't got a clue. But I just know I've got the name of Jason, the name of Jackson. Right, Jason's your son's name. Oh, there we go. Right. So let's start with Jason, eh? Let's start with Jason. Jason, Jake, and Jackson. Shelley, you can take all 3. Right. Tracy, you can take Jake, Jackson, and Jason. See, there we go. See, there's a reason. And I did write them down. I didn't just pull them out of air. Look, I wrote them there. See them? Where I scribble. And they're all wrote down because I kept forgetting what I was twittering on about. So please keep listening to the 3, the Jake, the Jason, and the Jackson. I just think it's really, it's weird, isn't it? Because you can't just pull all these names out of thin air, and you can't. So there's quite a few here who can relate to those names. And I do want all of them here on the earth plane. I don't want them spirit side of life. I want them all here. They're all in the living. They're all in the flesh. Oh, cheers, Tracy. I know, but Shelley can take them as well. So yeah, they're all in the living. They're not spirit side of life. They're not spirit side of life. They're all in the living. Okay, that they're here on the earth plane. And the card I've chosen and the number, I want number 42. I don't know why I want 42. And that's a card I've been told to say. But I'm also aware I have got a lady, spirit side of life, who is yeah, they're all there, Shell, yeah. So the number 42 as well is what I want. And I know I've got a lady, spirit side of life, who's wanting to connect. And she comes in and she tells me, I've got palpitations, something terrible here. So whether I'm talking about whether I need I believe I want a bypass. So somebody's been talking about having a bypass or they need a bypass, something to do with the heart, okay? And that's what she talks about, but she comes in on that grandmotherly vibration. So whether this lady passed a spirit side of life with that type of condition or she's bringing it here to the earth plane, I'm not sure yet. So I want the number 42. And even though I don't know who's chosen 42, but this lady just comes in and she says, I don't know what she says. Does this make sense to you, Shelley, at the minute, please, where I've just said? And Debbie, are you saying it's your nana, but do you understand them 3 names, my love? Because I believe I'm talking to Shelley at the minute. I believe I'm talking to Shelley. So can we keep still liking and sharing the post, folks? Because the more likes, the more shares, it'll go up, right? But you think she is, right? So she put, all right, I've got you, Debbie. You chose 42, so just hang fire, my lovely. All right. This lady comes in, and she talks about where she would have had a heart bypass or something to do with the bypass. Something to do with the bypass, okay? Heart bypass, or I don't know. But she comes in with that. So whether there's been talk here on the earth plane where something very similar is going on or happening, yeah. But I believe I want to be around a gentleman here on the earth plane where there's talk about a heart bypass or something to do with the heart. And she keeps waffing on at me until I get it right. She also says to me as well, she got quite confused before she passed the spirit side of life. And again, she was as stubborn as a flipping mule. She wouldn't have listened one iota to what anybody said because she'd do things her own way, regardless, okay? And she would argue as black's white. And I'm going to say there's a similar situation going on. A similar situation going on here on the airplane where somebody is arguing black's white and they're not listening. That makes sense, Shelley. Gives a yes down the bottom. Diane, we're doing random card readings, my love, 1 to 72. And it's all random, so whatever number gets pulled out the pack, that's the number I read, okay? Hope that makes sense to you. She was with your brother's father-in-law, right? So, remember I brought that forward. Right, Debbie, you can understand your brother had a heart bypass. Thank you, Annette. Right, so, and it makes sense. So please take it, ladies. Both of you, please take it. Would you, right, I've got the name of Peggy as well. So would you understand the name Peggy or Peg? I don't know where that come from, but that's the name I'm going to bring forward, okay? So the name Peggy, okay? I need the name Peg or Peggy as well. So the card number 42. Who chose 42, folks? Who chose 42? Somebody did. Who picked 42? Ah, Debbie, you did, didn't you? Did you pick 42, my love? Right, so there's the card I picked. Yeah. Brilliant, Shelley. So there's the card, number 42. That's the card I picked, okay? So please listen, Debbie. So I'm smiling as I'm saying this. So the number 42, and I am going to say there's news of a child or children here on the airplane. So I'm going to say there's news of 2 pregnancies that are coming to the airplane, okay? So whether we've just had a birth, but I'm going to hear about another birth. That's what I need to say where this is, all right? And I'm also going to say to you as well there, please, Debbie, with the 42, number 42. I am going to say you like your own surroundings, you like to feather your own nest, and you like to mother, okay? You like to mother people. You like to look after people. So where I'm saying looking after people as well, I want somebody who would have worked in a care environment or in that type of sector. I keep getting loads of notifications down the bottom of my screen here and still me nothing. Flipping Norton Life, or Norton Life it. Right, so Debbie, if that makes sense to you, my love, please give us a double yes down the bottom. But I definitely want where there's news of 2 births or pregnancies coming to the earth plane. And I also want where I like my home surroundings. I want to make loads of changes where my home front is. I love to paint. That's what I feel. I want to paint everywhere. Give me a tin of paint and I'll just paint everywhere. And that's how I feel with this. But I want to look after people as well. I'm taking care of people. So I want where I'm in a care sector or I'm looking after kids. If this makes sense to you, Debbie, right, Shelley, if that makes sense to you as well, please take it. I'm waiting for Debbie's, see if Debbie answers me there. If it makes sense to you, Debbie, give me a double yes, please. Does anybody understand the name of Peggy as well, Spirit Side of Life, please? I don't know, Peggy Shaw for Margaret. That's what I'm after. I want the month of June with this as well. I want the month of June. The month of June comes in. I want the month of June, and I'm also picking up on a cancer condition around my stomach area as well, please. I want a cancer condition as well as I talk about this. And I want it where this lady is, Spirit Side of Life as well. That wants to tittle off this note and flipping thing. It's doing me nothing. So yeah, if anybody understands that, I've lost Debbie. Mandy, you can relate to Peggy. Peggy's Spirit Side of Life, my love. Would you understand where the cancer condition would be? Ah, there we are. Niece and their month. What? Right. Can you understand, Debbie? I'm going to tell you, right, thank you very much, Debbie. There is going to be another birth of a baby, what you're going to hear about here on the earth plane, okay? There is going to be another birth, what you'll hear about. But I'm also, like I said, in the care section or where I'm looking after kids. That's what I want. That's fine, Mandy. It can't be for you, my love. But watch where. Right, Bernie, you can. The Peggy and the June, brilliant. Thank you very much. Watch where there's going to be lots of changes, Debbie, in and around where the home front is. Because I'm going to change loads of stuff. I'm never happy with my surroundings and I'm always changing something. Okay. I'm rubbing my hands here. So I am going to say to you, my love, there's going to be some good news on its way. Unexpected news. All right. There's going to be news what you've been waiting for. And it's been a long time coming. So yeah, watch where this good news comes in. And I'm smiling about it and I'm rubbing my hands about it because I know there's good news coming in, okay? And I'm also going to say as well, please, and whether I'm with Bernie here or still with you there, Debbie, but would you understand where there would have been a gate bracelet? Like a charm bracelet, a gate. I'm saying a gate bracelet. Gate bracelet and charm bracelets are two different things, aren't they? But that's what I want to talk about. There's something to do with a gate or a charm bracelet there. And I want this. You're having a baby due in 2 weeks and your niece is trying, right, Shelley? Take what you need to take from the message, my love. Hiya, Karen. But yeah, would you understand where I need to mention this bracelet? Because she keeps waffling on about this bracelet. Birdie, would you understand the gate bracelet or something to do with the charm bracelet, please? First to the 769. That's got no to do. You're answering, Shelley, aren't you? Right. So watch where the changes are coming in. Hi, Karen. Watch where the changes are coming in and watch where that good news comes in. And it's well deserved. That's what I'm going to say to you, Debbie. It's well deserved, this news that's on its way. It really, really is. Right, folks, please keep liking and sharing. I'm just waiting for a bit more confirmation down the bottom there while I shuffle the cards. That's fine, Bernie. You don't understand the bracelet. Right, somebody else must understand this bracelet because this lady keeps going on about a bracelet. Right, Bernie, before I say ta to you in that sense of the word, would you understand where this lady would only be a little lady, please? She's only small, and I'm going to say she had Catholic connections as well, because as she stands behind me, she's going, Holy Mary, Mother of God, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. And that's what she does to me as she stands behind me. Right. Just, Bernie, if it makes no sense at all, give me two no's at the bottom, please. If you can't take this nun or the Catholic connections, please. I'm just waiting for Bernie to give us an answer down there. You're welcome, Tracy. Right. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the paint to dry, basically, I think, while I count the cards out. This lady who stood behind me, Debbie, you were saying yes to me. Hi, Debbie. So, who said yes? Debbie, you're saying yes. Are you saying yes to the nun? Right, there you go, Bernie. See, I knew I was with you. You understand the Catholic connections. Because I know I'm still with you. So if you can't understand that bracelet, Bernie, remember I have brought it in. No one knows, yeah? Brilliant, Bernie. Just remember I brought it forward. Hi, Vicky. Because she keeps going on about this bracelet. So whether it was left here on the earth plane or there's some significance with it, she's adamant, okay? Absolutely adamant. I'm also going to say to you as well, where these Catholic connections are, she just keeps waffling on about them. So whether you're a Catholic, Bernie, or there's Catholics in your family, because that's what she brings forward, and this is what she says to me, because she says, Bernadette, you were named after one of the, I don't know, because I'm not a Catholic, but this is what she keeps going on about. And you're volunteering, Debbie, to go to Mexico with the nuns, right? This lady, when she was here on the airplane, she was a force to be reckoned with, right? She tells me she was like a little Rottweiler. If she had got something between her teeth, she wouldn't let go. And if she had a point to make, she would say it, okay? Right. But she'd say it. She would absolutely tear strips off you till she got it right, okay? Until she gets a point made. And that's what she makes me aware of. She talks about as well, I want the March month. Yeah, Bernadette, yeah. That's what she says. You're very late, Savannah. You go at the back of the class on Monday. Right. So, oh, bless you. I want a memory as well, please, there where she comes in with a snuff box. There's a gentleman, spirit side of life, who would have had snuff. He would have had snuff. Um, and that's what she brings forward. She also talks about where somebody here on the earth plane has been struggling with their legs. Somebody's been having terrible aches on their legs, okay, especially around the knee area, okay, and that's what she makes me aware of. She also brings in the name of Philip. I need the name of Philip. There's a name of Philip here as well on the earth plane. I need the name of Philip. I'm just reading Tracy's comment there. I was going to say, what cake? I haven't had no cake. Right, Bernie. So if you could understand any of that what I've just said there, my love, please give us a yes down the bottom. While I'm waiting for the yes, everybody else keep liking and sharing. Punch your numbers back in for me because I have picked a number. Thank you very much, Bernie. Right, Bernie, I am going to say to you, and I'm going to round this off for you, okay? There's some advice that's going to come to you, and you're not going to like the advice that's been given. But I have to say to you, take the advice, whether you like it or not, take it, okay? This lady tells me to say that to you, and that's entirely up to you whether you want to take that advice or not. Right, thank you. You would also, as well, please. Ah, oh, bless you. Right, now I'm aware of this, right. So, Bernie, I am aware, please. I have got a sister or a sister-in-law, spirit side of life, who would have passed with a cancer, and I feel as though it just went as quick as it came, if that makes sense to you. I know soon I got diagnosed, and I was this side of life, okay? And I have to bring the sister's love right back round you, all right? I have to bring that love right back in and around you, okay? So please take this sister-in-law. I feel as though, even not sister, and I'm saying nuns, but I know it's a sister, okay? I know it's a sister, and I know I've got cancer there. I do know I've got a cancer there, but I feel as though I know soon I found out about it, and I got took this side. All right, so I don't believe I lasted that length of time when I was diagnosed. That's how I feel, okay? That's how I feel. I feel as though I've got three children. I've got three children and I left here on the earth plane as well, please. And if this makes sense, Bernie, take it. Please give us a yes. If it doesn't make sense, I'll take it straight back. But I'm just waiting for that confirmation from you there, my love. And I'm going to say to you as well, Bernie, I feel quite tearful as well. Okay, so there's somebody here on the earth plane that's being quite tearful. Um, would you understand as well, Bernie, the name of Sinead? Sinead. Why am I getting Sinead? I need the name of Sinead. If the name Sinead means anything to you, Bernie, again, give us a yes. If it doesn't, I'll take it back. The number I've chosen is 72, and that's a card I've chosen. Thank you very much, Bernie. Take this lady, this sister's love, and she brings a laughter in because she tells me she could have been a force to be reckoned with before her illness, and she didn't suffer fools gladly neither. there's things that need to be said, she says, so open your mouth and say 'em. Don't hold on to them. That's what she says. But she sends all of her love here to the earth plane, okay? I'm going to leave you with this lady's love and this sister's love. Oh. Right. I don't know whether I'm still with you, Bernie. If I am, you can still keep. Right, we've got two no's down there. I've got two feeds running. That's all, Bernie. Right, so I'm moving on. So take your sister's love and this lady's love, and I'm going to say thank you for communicating with me there, my love, and God bless you. Right, so 72. Who's chosen number 72? Anybody or nobody? Who's chose 72? Anybody? Nobody. I love it, you know. You're all sat there with your fingers on the buttons, and then when I shout a number out, nobody's got it. Sod's law, innit? Yeah, sod's law. Right. So, 72. And it is a coffin. That's what it is. The year you were born, Vicky. And Shelley, you chose 72. Right. There must be more than one person as well. So go with us with this, folks, right? So as I look at this card, yeah, I'm going to say, oh God, here we go. Right. Where have we gone? Do you know what I thought that said there? I'm seeing things here. Because I've got two feeds going, my iPad's further away. So when you see me leaning over, I'm seeing what's being said. Um, um, I thought Tracy said silly ass, and it didn't. It said Shelly ass. I swear down, I'm losing the plot. Right, so number 72, it is a coffin. And as I say, as I look into this, I keep putting the card down. And the reason I keep putting the card down, because I know I've got three people stood behind me who passed within, I believe I've had a passing each year or within the last 18 months, three people have passed spirit side of life. That's how I feel, okay? So within the last 18 months, I've had three recent passings, and I know I've got two gentlemen and a lady. I've got a lady stood behind me, two gentlemen and one lady, where I know I've had three passings within the last 16 to 18 months. So if that makes sense to anybody at the minute, give us a double yes down the bottom. Stop laughing at me for saying silly ass, because that's what I thought it said. Um, so yeah, I need to go and get my eyes tested, I think. But I am aware I have got two gentlemen and one lady stood behind me, spirit side of life, and these three would have passed within a space of 16 to 18 months. So I am looking for somebody who's watching here tonight, who would have lost three people within the last 18 months. I'll catch you later, Gail. Thank you very much for joining us. Hi, Julianne. And I know I've got three people here, and whether they're all connected, I'm not sure yet, but I just know there's somebody here who knows or who's lost three people within the last 18 months. It's been one after the other after the other. And that's where I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that connection there. I'm looking for the name. Oh, right. Thank you. Three together within a short time. Are you just repeating me, Shell? Lost my nana, granddad, and uncle within weeks. Three people within 3 weeks, but not last 18 months, I believe. No, I believe I've got two male and one female. I can't change the sex. I really can't change the sex. That's the energies I'm feeling there. Um, and that's not me being arrogant by any way, shape, or form. That's me saying I've got 2 male and 1 female here. Um, and I know sometimes I can get things wrong. And I want it within the last 18 months, but I know they were pretty recent. It was one after the other. Okay. It was one after the other. That's how I feel. And that's how I feel as I look at the card. But where the card's concerned, right, Vicky Cuthbert, 2 males and 1 lady. I don't know yet, Annette. I'm working on it. I keep asking them for the names, but I'm not getting any yet. But I do know I've got 2 gentlemen and 1 lady, and I want them within the last 18 months where there was one after the other. Okay, 16 to 18 month gap where I lost quite a few people. Um, and as the card portrays, that's what I feel and that's what I know. Okay, I don't feel too old where the gentlemen are. Um, I don't feel old, and my old's 90. Okay, my old's 90. I'll see you Monday, Tracy. Thank you very much. And I don't feel old with the 2 gentlemen. And I'm going to say late 60s, early 70s. That's where I feel. Um, Ah, so if it makes sense, please listen, all right? Because this is the last message for tonight. So where the 2 gentlemen are, they both come in, and I know they're connected to each other. I do know they're connected to each other. So whether they're brothers or brother-in-laws, that's what I feel, and that's what I know. Okay, that's how I feel. The lady as she comes in, oh my God, what a force to be reckoned with, this lady, and I don't know why, but she is. She's a force to be reckoned with. Um, and she's proper, absolutely proper. Oh my lord, she's proper like good. Right, your daughter Kelly is here. She can take it. Brilliant. The lady is a proper force to be reckoned with, and the 2 gentlemen just stand back out the way of it. It's like, whoa, hang on, here she comes, get out the way, and that's how I feel, okay? That's how I feel. But I do feel as though where the 2 gentlemen, they're both passed, and it was rather sudden with all of them because it was like, duh, 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 and it was like, oh, I can't take this anymore. I can't be doing this anymore. All I seemed to be doing was going to funerals. But I'm going to say there's an ongoing situation. Um, I need the name of Frank. Would the name Frank mean anything to you? That's the name that's just jumped in there. I need the name Frank. Um, oh, I need the name Frank. Well, I don't even know where I'm going with Frank. I'll see you Monday, Dan. Thank you very much for joining us. But I need the name of Frank. Um, but there's a situation that needs to be sorted out, okay? There's a situation that needs to be sorted out, and it's coming to an end, okay? That situation is coming to an end. It's finalised, it's finished. So stop looking back over. This is from the card. Stop looking back over, and now's the time to start moving forward, okay? Now's the time to start moving forward. So stop looking back. Just go forward. Just go forward, okay? And she comes in, and I believe it's whether she had a walking stick or an implement, because she shakes this bloody. I can't help it. Sorry, she stood shaking a stick behind me. But that's how she comes in. Where this situation is, draw the line under it, and don't keep going over all ground. Don't keep going over all ground. And that's what I'm going to say. I'll see you Monday, Tracy, and I will have a lovely weekend. I will. Um, but where the situation is, leave it where it is. Don't bring it forward. October month comes in. October month comes in. She talks about my thumb as well. So whether I've broken my thumb or I've got a problem with my thumb, because I feel as though I need to crack it or there's something wrong with my thumb. I'll see you Monday, and God bless you as well. So lots of love and healing where this is. The name Jack comes in as well. The name Jack comes in. So I have to mention the Frank, the Jack, Mochi the hamster. The name Jack and Frank. Right. And before I leave you folks, before this lady leaves us, I'm going to connect this with the name of Ellen. Ellen, spelled Ellen, not Helen, Ellen, Ellen, Ellen. I don't know where I'm going with that, but October month, things will change for the better, and they will. It's time to start looking forward, stop looking back over. All right. And I'm also going to mention as well that somebody here on the earth plane isn't eating properly. So I feel as though whether I've got a condition of anorexia or I've got an eating condition, and I need that looking at, okay? Lots of love and healing where this condition's concerned, because I feel as though I'm basically starving myself. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And I feel quite sad about that as this lady comes in. So she says, lots of love and healing, and go and get sorted out. So whether it's bulimia or anorexia, that's what she brings in. So that's what I'm going to leave, okay? So please get that sorted out, because that's where she draws the attention to, okay? So please, please, please get that sorted out. And don't leave it. Don't leave it. It needs sorting, okay? It does need sorting. I've got to give you the name of Julie as well. The name Julie comes in, and I believe Julie's here on the earth plane. So whether I want to connect Julie, where this help, because I do need help, that's that's what I'm going to say. I need some help, and that help is there. But the name Julie also connects here on the earth plane. So I am going to leave that with you, folks. That is all your card readings for tonight. All I can say is, once again, thank you very much for your communication. Thanks very much for your support from Monday to Friday. When I've logged off, I'll have a look, see if anybody's donated. If they have, I'll do a little announcement later on. I'll post it if we've got any donations, and then I'll tell you who we're going to donate it to. Okay, I'll put three, whatever the donations are there, and you can choose it. Right. Brilliant, Bernie. And yeah, and you, Shelley, you're all connecting to that. So thank you very much for joining me. And I shall see you all again. Might be Monday, I might not yet, I don't know. I might give myself a week off. But I'll let you know either way. So thank you very much for joining us, and I'll let you know if anybody's donated. I'll stick a post up, and I'll see you later. Enjoy your weekend and be good. And if you can't be good, be bad.